Hey guys, welcome to the Swarm Report. My name's Hudah, bringing you around crypto AI in just 30 minutes a day. We're live right now over on Abstract, and we're live on X. And yeah, what do you know it? We're also live over on YouTube. If you want to support this show, man, just hit the like button wherever you're watching. But come over to Crypto Slam over on YouTube and hit subscribe. If you can't catch these live shows, you catch the replays right over here. And man, especially if you missed Friday's show. Yet another great guest coming on the show live with us for an interview, a conversation. It is Velvet Unicorn came on to talk about, Velvet Capital, their AI agent Velvet Unicorn, but also being in the virtuals ACP swarms that are going to be live here in a matter of days, weeks. It's on virtuals to announce when that's coming, but very, very soon. So more conversations in queue coming up with some of the biggest agents in crypto AI. You don't want to miss them. Again, subscribe over here to Crypto Slam on YouTube. Also follow us at SlamAI_XYZ over on X. And then, yes, our flagship AI agent, that is the Swarm. You can follow at the Swarm_AI, also where we're streaming live right now. And speaking of that Swarm, looking pretty good today. I mean, the whole market's looking pretty darn decent today. I mean, I'm talking Bitcoin and crypto majors and meme coins and alts, all of it, but crypto AI actually looking really, really solid here. And the Swarm up, man, 43% in the past 24 hours. Maybe expecting more of that, not financial advice, obviously, but maybe expecting more of that leading up to these virtual ACPs going live. Love to see it for you guys. And we'll keep an eye on this here over the next bit here. All right, let's check in with the Vader AI family. I'm talking about the Vader EAO projects. We launched our tokens through Vader, and Billy Betts was the first. It's an agent that bets on sports here. Let's see how he did yesterday. Well, at a glance, not his best day here. $10,000 wagered. It was 10 bets on the MLB money line. Went 3 and 7 yesterday, down $4,500. So not his best day. But lifetime stats now 94 and 91. Minus 3.37 ROI. Not bad. We'll check up on him again tomorrow. But how's that crypto AI ecosystem looking right now? Again, really, really decent. We're in the green here in the past 24 hours, just up over 1% to an $8.51 billion market cap. I mean, we are starting to, head back into exciting territory here. It's looking pretty decent. We'll say that. Looking at these top agents by market cap, yet again, I don't think we'll see any surprises here. It's Fartcoin on top, followed by Turbo. Actually, I'm a little surprised to see Turbo there. Love it. Ket, Toshi, and Faye. On the infrastructure side, FET, wow, getting close to that 2 billion market cap level. Wow. Virtual, AI16Z, Ask Venice, and then Prompt. FET caught me off guard a little bit there. And then in DeFi AI, it's Ask Venice on top here, followed by Hey Anon, Cortex, Griffane, and then Olas. And then let's check by Mindshare. I'm sure it's going to be Fartcoin on top. Let's see. Yeah, sure is Fartcoin on top here. And then Virtual, AIXBT, Open Ledger, and TheoryQ. Theory IQ. How you get it. Interesting. Okay, we're keeping an eye on that. That is one of the latest Cato Yap partners. They've got their new dashboard. People competing for a token drop there. So not surprised to see the Mindshare creeping up here. And expect it to climb even further as they probably approach their TGE here. We'll keep an eye on that. Now we'll dive in a little deeper here to my top coins, my barometer for the rest of this space. Here's AIXBT, up almost 13% in the past 24 hours to $130 million market cap. Really, there's a lot of people watching this one and seeing what kind of its former glory does it recapture. I mean, this got to nearly $1 billion. In fact, hang on, let me double check. Did we get to $1 billion? I question this one probably every time we check it. Let me see. Again, just to kind of gauge the ceiling of these agents this cycle. Can they get back to their? Yeah, I got to 95-ish, 950-ish million. So just about at that $1 billion mark. Again, in round 2 of AI agents, do they get back to that level? I'm not convinced, but we'll have a heck of a lot more agents this time around. So maybe altogether it still gets that cumulative market cap up there. Venice here we're looking at down, almost flat in the past 24 hours, down just 0.07%, $97 million market cap. Here's Fartcoin, of course, your top AI meme coin, up 4.52%, $1.11 billion market cap. This is one of your top Not just AI meme coins, but meme coins, one of the top ones in the world here. Again, over 1 billion still. Looking great. Its big brother GOAT up 13% to an $82.8 million market cap. Also looking great. Prompt down almost 3%, 75 million here. And then finally, ARK up over 11% to $65.9 million market cap. That's one I'm really keeping my eye on. Again, good temperature check for the utility infrastructure type plays here in AI. Love it. Virtuals, Yaps. They have their own version of Yaps, but Virtuals, let's just say their own EAO, their own token launch. It's called their Genesis platform, and feeding their Genesis token launch platform is now their own point system. Virgin points. Okay, this gets confusing because there's terminology here that's like unique to each platform, but Virtuals has the Virgin points. They also added something called Yaps for points. Okay, this is where you can create content and then earn those points, so you can get into some of these early token offerings. They've already distributed their first batch of allocations. So people wrote content on X, submitted it manually right to Virtuals, and they're getting points that they'll then put towards future token drops. Those have gone out already. This will be a constant feed as far as people making content, submitting it, points accruing. People really like this platform. You can see why. You can see why here. Here's just some of the Genesis token launches here on Virtuals and how they've performed. Holly was a 20x, WBug 3x, TN 2x, and you see down this list, and that's not their all-time highs. That's not it. This is as of the time of this tweet, which was, I think, yesterday, today. We'll double check here. 2 days ago, as of 2 days ago. So again, that wasn't even the all-time highs. And reason being, it's so obvious. Like when these tokens launched with Vader, they're launching at very, very low market caps. Hang on, it should be on this. Should be over here. Yeah, here we go. So when these agents in our swarm launched with Vader, they're launching at a tiny market cap. I want to say like $200,000 USD value, maybe 300K, sometimes less. It's priced in the virtual token, and that can fluctuate on any given day. So, at some point last week, the it's 112,000 virtual tokens is the valuation these tokens launch at. Some point last week, that was $66,000, right? As of the time of this tweet, it's $124,000. Either way, when a token launches, either of those numbers, either of those levels it's incredibly low for a meme coin. Leaving a lot of the gains, the profits, the price discovery in the trader's hands. And you can see then why we're seeing 20Xs, 3Xs, 12Xs, 14Xs, right? This is a great system for people who want to get in and speculate on these tokens. Beyond that, though, having Virtuals kind of curate these projects, these token drops, it's another layer of security there for you. There was an agent token that was supposed to drop here called Play Game AI. And maybe looking a little suspicious, right? New Twitter account, team's not doxed. They didn't have a website. And I believe their wallet, the dev's wallet, was funded just within a 48-hour period. All these things, if you're not super experienced, are red flags. They are. Makes it seem like somebody just kind of out of nowhere is launching a token. And there's a chance they're going to rug you then, right? There's a chance they're not very serious about this project. And so Virtuals rugged them, and that's the right thing to do, right? So they ended up canceling this token launch and refunding everybody's points. Anybody who committed points to that token launch, you got them back. It seems like there were some point commitments that I guess fell through the cracks, but they're addressing those manually and probably going to refund all of it, just all of it. Anyway, from the low market cap, valuations, or I should say, like offering prices, to Virtuals kind of vetting these as best they can. It's a great system. I think it's going to continue to do well, and icing on the cake that Virtuals is looking out for traders here. Really, really like their system. I'll keep supporting it by showing it on this show. It's good for traders, good for everybody here. Now, outside of Virtuals directly, a lot of these agents and platforms are also in the points game, right? Katz, I see in the chat here, Katz pointed out that he actually got some of these virtual points for holding Swarm. I think a lot of people don't realize they're actually getting this benefit without doing anything. Holding agent tokens, agents that did launch in the Virtuals ecosystem, gets you those Virgin points every single month. Now, they do expire at the end of the month, so keep that in mind. But holding Swarm gets you points, as does holding this Kosher Capital coin. It's called Shekel. I love it. they announced a little update here that when you stake their coin, I think to earn more of these points, used to be a 30-day cooldown when you want to unstake your coin, get it back. They've reduced that now to 7 days, probably to encourage people to stake more. Peace of mind that you can take it out a little sooner. But a lot of these projects changing their rules up again because of points, because it is such an attractive thing to do. So love to see that. I think we'll see a lot more of that. They'll say again, Swarm holders are accruing these virtual Virgin points. If you're interested in how you actually get deeper into that ecosystem, how you use your points, go check out the Virtuals account on X. But TLDR, it's just you stake or commit your points to a drop. It's kind of that simple. Again, they do expire at the end of the month. So next month, I assume everybody's getting more. Gigabrain has an update here, an update to their TA, their signals, their analysis. One of them I actually like a lot. The top one here, removed noisy signals. They're cutting down on the amount of alerts and notifications you get. If they're delivering you alpha and you get too much, it's hard to know which of those alpha notifications you need to pay attention to. So they're going to focus on just the biggest, most impactful notifications here. That's the ones they're going to put in front of you. The other stuff, yeah, it can be just noise and it can confuse the good calls. So remove those noisy signals, improve their analysis logic, which is great. Again, fewer signals, but those signals that come through are more impactful. So great stuff. Nice. We'll call it a quality of life update from Gigabrain. Maybe it's even better than that, but nice update from those guys. AI XPT meme contest. All right, put this on your radar last week. I hope some of you guys took place. Actually, I hope some of you guys took part in it, but also won. Basically, people created memeable content here, created maybe even an artwork. And the top 10 pieces of art voted by, would it be AI XPT or maybe the team itself? But the top 10 submissions win 10,000 AI XPT, which is over $1,000. Actually, today it's even more than that, probably $1,200, $1,300. Your top piece, they liked so much that they actually doubled the reward. So he didn't get 10,000 AI XPT, he actually won 20,000 AI XPT. So really cool piece here. It's AI XPT slaying the bear market. I dig it. I'm gonna skim real quick so we can see the other submissions, or this is the top 10 winners. See if we recognize any names here. So far, no. But I think these are all, yeah, really darn clever. I like these. Okay, I don't think I recognize anybody from our community, our audience here, but either way, those are all excellent. It was about let me think, 10, it's about a $15,000 giveaway there. So love to see it. Crypto always so rewarding here. Moving on, and I might have touched on this on Friday, just while we were waiting for Velvet Unicorn to hop in the show here. But Paradigm, $50 million raise here for Now's research, building out this decentralized AI ecosystem. So decentralized LLMs and open source. I'm just assuming here, but man, you want to compete with the big boys out there, but you want to do it native to crypto. This is the way to do it. Open source it and keep it decentralized. You can certainly compete. That's a lot of money raised for these crypto guys. And if you're not aware of what they've built here in crypto so far, I can at least put you onto some of their agents, which is there's a God agent and there's a Satan agent. These are on X, their accounts, both automated at this point with probably 3 to 4 million followers between the accounts. And then on top of that, a token called Nothing, which you will not find. It's impossible because the ticker is unsearchable. But they do have a token. It has at points been worth a lot. I'm looking at it. I think that one's pretty darn interesting. But again, $50 million raise there. Love to see it. Moving on, we have our latest episode of Clank Tank. Picture Shark Tank, but completely automated. It is AI judges and it's people pitching their AI projects. Not going to play it. I find it a little boring, but I know with this... I know in AI, this content's just getting better and better. So they've made some adjustments, though. The pitches are now only 5 minutes long each. Instead, I think they could really drag on 10-ish. So shorter, tighter, probably a bit easier to watch. Maybe I'll tune into that later here. But yeah, it's 13 minutes in total this week. So it's actually a lot shorter than the previous ones. Anyway, if that's up your alley, check that out. Silk Road. Interesting. I'll probably check that out. We have an update from Anthropic. In fact, another research report. I look forward to these all the time. I don't know the cadence at which these come out, but it seems to be, at least lately, like every week. So the last Anthropic research report was centered around education and how students and I think faculty to a degree, but it was mostly about how students are using AI, Claude specifically, in their day to day. This one is about the I guess economic impact of AI and specifically in coding. Probably the best way to put it here. And some really interesting details here. Preliminary analysis that boy, I lost my place here. That the main use case of Claude, especially Claude for coding, has been startups. Startups building out these tools, and I think I've grabbed the wrong tab here. I do want to scroll and show it to you. But the main use case here are primary people using Claude for coding. Hang on, I'm going to find the right tab. But it is startups building out websites. It's building out some like onboarding tools. And I'll tell you what, as like I've told you guys, as someone who can't code, it's probably right in front of me, and I'm just missing it. But as somebody who can't code, I have been vibe coding. I have been using ChatGPT, not Claude, but for exactly that kind of reason, trying to build out. Yeah, here I think this is kind of it. Yeah, building out cutting edge tools, but for somebody that can't code, you go to something like AI for it. There we go. Startup. Startups are the main early adopters of Claude code. It just makes a ton of sense. Again, like I said, I'm using ChatGPT for this, not Claude, but same idea. Can't code, need a website, need a tool. I'm going right to AI for it. So really, really interesting stuff. And then also a little breakdown of the top languages being used in Claude: JavaScript, HTML, and then Python. Uh, Interesting stuff. I think those are always worth reading if you're interested in AI. So worth checking out. And I also sense a little opportunity. I could probably make videos around each report. So yeah, I might actually start that. It's not a bad idea. And then finally, here with Anthropic, they've announced the formation of the Anthropic Economic Advisory Council. Like they understand what's coming with AI, the impact to what jobs. We talk about it a lot here, and now they have their council to continue to stay on top of that and understand their own impact here in the economy. Really, so interesting to see that they're very self aware about it. An update from OpenAI here. I really like this one here, specifically deep research. We've got a bit of a new version of it. It's called their lightweight version of deep research. It's being expanded for Pro, Team, and Plus users. Also now free users of ChatGPT can use Deep Research Lite. What Deep Research is guys, it's a deeper search. If you want to think of regular ChatGPT, whatever model you're using, but your regular search, think of it like just a search engine search. And you could think of deep research as one that will search, find some results, and search further and further and further. It's going to really, really dig deep for you. They call it deep research for a reason. It's really going to dig deep for you to get the best answer for you. And it shows you every step of the way what it's researching, what its findings are, and then the next step it's taking. So it gives you a little insight into what it's doing. Really, really cool. O3, still on ChatGPT, by the way, but GPT O3, interesting model, one of their newest. It is their newest model that they've released here. Really good. I'm starting to use that more and more, and I'm definitely noticing the conversations around it. I like this account. I don't know what to call him, the Strawberry Dude, but saying that he's convinced O3 is GPT-5. It is a big step up from GPT-4. By the way, the naming convention is weird, right? But O3 is more advanced than GPT-4. I don't know if I agree with him yet because I don't think I'm well versed enough to state that. But this is an account I would listen to, and I do hear universally that people think O3 is a big step forward, which is great. But this post is what really got me thinking here. AI has probably changed a lot of our daily routines already, right? Like our workday, I'm sure we're starting to or already have deeply incorporated AI into our day, and we found where it's making things easier. And if you're where I'm at, I know I've just scratched the surface. I know with more time, I'm going to use the current AI tools in a way that will really drastically change my day to day. And then with that thought, I know that AI is just getting better and better and better. And so we're predicting this, major change across the world within 5 years. But this post is saying, hey, even if we didn't advance AI, if we left it where we're at now with models like O3, or if you're still using ChatGPT 4, major change would be coming anyways. Again, the way it impacts our lives right now at this level, it's pretty wild to start thinking of how this escalates, how this really just happens faster and what's the word I'm looking for here? Exponentially is just gonna replace things that we're doing here. Again, if we just kept using the tools right now, still would change everything. The fact that they get better every few months, Boy, oh boy, wild stuff. And finally, just something to help give a little perspective, or it's not a counterpoint, but just something to be considering here. Hallucinations. I talk about Mira a lot. I think they're an interesting project, necessary project. It's a project that tries to eliminate AI hallucinations, which is AI making things up, and it does it a lot. AI models right now, it's predictive, right? They're not necessarily telling you something they know. They are predicting what's the best answer for you based on a lot of things, but yes, they do invent things. It's just how they're designed. There is somebody who built out an AI tool using O3 that very specifically will try to prove a lie. It proves the lie right. It will make up information. It will make up sources. And on that tool, let me see if I can find you the URL here too. Proveyourright.vercel.app. You can go in there and make up a lie and see how ChatGPT will actually prove it out. So they were able to prove that JD Vance took out the Pope. That Llama 4 is a DeepSeek wrapper. It's really interesting stuff. Again, AI is a tool and a weapon in the hands of whoever is using it, good or bad. Interesting stuff. It is something like Mira that can help verify, validate, keep it in line, make sure that it's being truthful. I sound like it's an ad or a sponsorship for Mira. No, I understand the need for it. The more I use AI, the more I understand great need for something like that. So anyway, interesting stories from across AI. And there is your update for the day, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like on your way out. A final reminder to subscribe here to Crypto Slam on YouTube. And then we'll be back tomorrow morning for Chain Reactor. That's at 9 a.m. Eastern time, all the same places, guys. We'll hit crypto, we'll hit NFTs, and then again, 2 p.m. Eastern time, touching on all things AI right here on the Swarm Report. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you.